Inspired me to tackle this story was my previous reporting on the topic. What really intrigued me approaching this story again was the fact that it's already been a year since the governor passed this huge piece of legislation. That's what inspired me to go back into this and figure, okay, let's go see how it's actually been affecting the community. The significance of the story is how, even though there is this huge piece of legislation that was passed, the numbers are still not really changing whatsoever. It was my first time actually approaching law. The opioid legislation and the opioid crisis was my first experience actually reporting on a topic that large and that serious. Because when I approached the story, I figured, okay, it's a big piece of legislation with politics, especially in this area of New York. She's pretty well favored, so I figured, okay, maybe a lot will actually happen. Maybe these numbers will actually drop dramatically. And it's kind of been the opposite. We've actually already seen within the first part of 2022, 7 overdose deaths. And in total last year, in 2021, I think the total overdoses were 16. So just to see that it's already been almost half of those total deaths in 2021 to occur in just the first months of 2022, that's real significant, and that's a real eyebrow raiser. Even though it's all over the news and, it's starting to take effect, sometimes more can be done with it. If people want to see change, they still have to go about it and go demand it themselves. So if they see these numbers, see this report, I want them to feel inspired to, learn from it, take away from it, whether that's training themselves how to be trained in Narcan administration, whether that's helping them understand the law itself better, just because obviously when laws are passed, they're always written in legal jargon, not the most simplest to understand. I want them to at least understand that and also understand the numbers itself, just because a lot of times numbers just randomly scattered on paper, and sometimes it's a little difficult to actually comprehend what's being said or what's happening with those. So I want them just to learn about the numbers in our area, learn about the law itself, and if they want more change, they can always try to enact it themselves.